When asked about African superheroes, most people will probably think of T'Challa, aka Black Panther. Across Africa, the impact of the movie on African audiences became clearly visible, but as much as it gained enormous public visibility, Black Panther is far from the only manifestation of African superheroes. In recent years, several startups from Africa have instituted thriving businesses on projecting African superheroes. The Comic Republic, Unique Studios, Vortex Comics as well as Letty Arts are among contemporary creative platforms from the continent, creating great characters along the way to not only represent Africa but also depict African values. Welcome to Tunacheki, and in today's video, we will look at the top 10 most powerful African superheroes. Before we get into the video, remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Legends of Baganda. Legends of Baganda is a comic book series based on Buganda, Ugandan history, folklore, fables and general culture, starting off with the life and times of King Mutesa I of Buganda. The comic books are intended to not only be of entertainment value from a cultural aspect, but also fill educational needs. These well-illustrated comic books will not only be educational products targeted to youth, but also stand as products that can be utilized by parents, teachers, caregivers to merge the latest science with practical wisdom and common sense to help create a positive education movement designed to help today's and future generations of youth and adults alike. Number 9. Avonome. Avonome is a fictional Nigerian character whose origins lie far south in the ancient kingdom of Benin. In the year 137, a teenager, Avonome, disappears from her tribe in ancient Igahara, only to reappear in a cemetery in recent times with no knowledge of her past, a mysterious shape-shifting companion, and an unbelievable gift, the ability to see and bend spirits to her will. Now in Lagos, Avonome makes friends, slowly learning the boundaries of her gifts, remembering her past, and saving the universe from its most potent enemy yet, Ash Razak. Number 8. Oya, Rise of the Orishas. Nigerian Nosa Igbinedion makes us reimagine the ancient Yoruba deities, Orishas, as a band of warriors tasked with saving the universe from forces of evil. Adesua is an introverted barmaid whose world goes topsy-turvy when she discovers her mystical powers come from her reincarnation as the fiery goddess of storms, Oya. The writers of this African superhero series laid great emphasis on preserving the ancient mythology of the Orisha, while at the same time making the characters and storyline relatable to the audiences. Number 7. Umzingeli. Umzingeli is a young Zimbabwean bounty hunter superhero tasked by the African peacekeeping force to hunt down villains who commit unspeakable crimes against Africa. Long, lean, and armed with her deadly and magical staff, which splits in two, the Ndebele warrior fights against corruption and for the greater good. She constantly battles her greatest nemesis, the sadistic and emotionless Tesla Morgan. Umzingeli was created in 2017 by Zimbabwean Eugene Ramirez and published by Sigma Digital Studio. Number 6. Strike Guard. Strike Guard is a superhero inspired by Yoruba spiritual traditions. As Vortex legend has it, fictional University of Lagos student Abolaji Koka is murdered and dumped into the grave of the Yoruba deity Ajagbeja. He has the chance to come back to life with Ajagbeja's spirit, using his body as a host. Young Abolaji agrees and becomes a Lagos crime fighter. The aim of this superhero is bringing historical facts and traditions and merging that with contemporary culture of what people would know about superheroes. Number 5. Super Sema. Award-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o teamed up with Kenyan tech startup Kukua to create a children's fictional superhero series known as Super Sema. Super Sema follows Sema, a young African girl who uses her science-based superpowers to protect her home, the Neo-Africa futuristic community of Dunia. Sema's powers include creativity and innovation. She uses technology to solve challenges in her community alongside her brother MB. Together, they work to stop the villain, an AI robot named Tobo. Number 4. The True Ananse. Known for their huge stamp on the African gaming industry, Letty Arts takes African digital media a step forward with comic titles like The True Ananse, making them one of Africa's true transmedia companies. The True Ananse is a superhero series from Letty Arts influenced by the African folklore legend from Ghana, Kweku Ananse. In The True Ananse, Letty Arts reimagines the story of Kweku Ananse, the trickster, and depicts him as a god-turned-superhero in modern Africa. Number 3. EXO. EXO, The Legend of Will Williams, is a comic series that weaves around a young Nigerian man who returns home to investigate his investor father's disappearance in a nation brimming with corrupt leaders and robotic exoskeleton drones known as droids. The tale takes place in the fictional futuristic Lagoon City, patterned after the bustling city of Lagos, Nigeria. Before the time, Will inherits a nanosuit which gives him superhuman abilities that he uses to protect the city from Creed, a radical extremist organization that seeks to topple the government of Lagoon City. In between saving Lagoon City and fending off the bad guys, Will finds answers to pressing personal issues, which include unraveling the circumstances around the death of his father. Number 2. Kwezi. The creator of this comic series, South African Loyiso Mkhize, desires to shift the attention of the average South African audience from the favorite X-Men to a South African superhero to bring the fantasy closer to home. The plot for Kwezi interlaces modernity with the workings of a typical South African city, in this case the fictional Gold City, which mirrors the Johannesburg metropolis. In the tale, Kwezi comes across as a cocky anti-hero, obsessed with selfies and Twitter and the admiration of his online fans. However, things are put in proper perspective when he discovers that he possesses supernatural powers that place a social obligation on his young shoulders. The producers of Kwezi aim to keep interest in the African superheroes with the creation of a 12-part series monthly with the release of 3 issues to date. And the number 1 spot for the most powerful African comic superheroes goes to African Vanguards. African Vanguards comprises a group of individuals with a suite of supernormal abilities who must give their all in the quest to keep Africa safer and more secure. But there is a little twist in the tale which aims at creating more inspirational yet relatable African female superheroes. Heroines with the comportment and temperament to save the day with or without the help of their male counterparts. In the end, Africa's Avengers seeks not only to change the narrative about superheroes of African origin, but also to give space and attention to the female characters in the comic industry on the continent. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, share and like our video. It's the best way of supporting us. You can directly support us by becoming our YouTube member, Patreon or donor, and remember, Africa is watching.